You keep overlooking life, but that's the biggest blessing. Just engage with who you are and throw the biggest wedding. Just think of this as food for thought, you feel I'm overstepping. I got a good degree in knowledge if it's ever question. I'd rather see you shining than the
Hey, hi, hello. Welcome to Chasing OK Life's Marathon, a podcast about anything and everything presented by LiveOK. So recently, I think it was this past weekend, Dodgers won the World Series. Congratulations to the Dodgers. I'm not going to go into anything particular about the Dodgers. I just want to touch on that I haven't watched a baseball game nor World Series since the 08 Phillies won. And I only watched that World Series because my social studies teacher said if the Phillies won, we didn't have to do homework for like a week or something like that. So I was watching. I was like, come on, Phillies, y'all got to win so I don't got to do this homework. The reason why I haven't watched the World Series or baseball in so long is the same reason I haven't watched hockey or cricket or any of those type sports, because I think watching it on TV is boring. I've heard and I've kind of experienced going in person. There's so much better. There's so much, like you're immersed in the atmosphere. So I gotta actually attend some baseball games and hockey games. I'm out here in Dallas, so um, go see the Rangers play. It's not too far away, and go see the Stars play. I got friends that love hockey, so maybe we'll go together and they'll teach me about the in and outs of hockey. And soccer. Soccer is also one of those. I can't watch it on TV. I think I watched maybe a glimpse of it when was it Messi came to Miami, and I think I watched like a glimpse of that. But yeah, I can't watch those sports on TV because I don't know, maybe it's I don't know too much about it, that I'll be interested in it, but I also think it's an upbringing thing. So I think if you were raised on baseball, if you were raised on soccer, if you were raised on basketball, football, then watching it on TV is so much more in tune. You're so much into what's going on. You're like, oh, he hit that, or oh, he kicked that, blah 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 blah. So with football, I can watch football, basketball. I don't watch too much of basketball because there's too many damn games. But like with football, I can sit down, I can watch that, I understand what's going on. And I know I just said I understand what's going on. I can understand what's going on in mostly all the sports, but to be actually entertained, I'm not sitting down and watching baseball, soccer. But congratulations to the Dodgers. I think they said Kendrick is now up 4-1 or something against Drake because Toronto lost. Yeah. But congratulations, Toronto, you got there. Congratulations, Dodgers, you won it. And congratulations to everybody that, played their part and doing what they had to do. Let's see what happens next year. Maybe I'll be more in tune. Maybe I'll watch, a series or two. But I saw one of the series. Maybe one of the games in the series. Maybe it was more went to like 18 innings. And those are extra innings, because yeah, those are extra innings. So like a normal 2-3 hour game was like 5-6 hours. Yeah, I'm not sitting down and watching 6 hours of baseball unless I'm like in there and I'm like, oh, this is crazy. But I still feel like being in the stadium, arena, venue, it would still be exhausting just sitting there like, all right, let's wrap it up. 6 hours is a lot. Shoot, 3 hours is a lot, and that's like a typical football game. Also, I am recording this in the morning of the day that I have to post this because, like I said, I've been in a little bit of a creative slump, and so I was like, "Hey, I can't keep the people waiting. Mainly you, Austin. This is for you." But we're drinking coffee today. I actually haven't had any like alcohol like that. Not for any particular reason, just haven't. Like normally, I only really drink when I come on the pod or a social event. Uh, but I did. I was battling the cold for like the past month. Like yeah, I get like I heal from it and then I come back and then I heal from it and then I come back. So uh, the alcohol that I did drink, for y'all that are curious, was I put a shot in some hot toddies. Them shits work. Like get your insides all warm and just make you feel better during the cold. So if you're experiencing the cold, especially during this changing weather, hot toddies is simple ingredients. It's tea, honey, uh, whiskey, lemon. That's it. Make it make it Google the limits, because you don't want to have like a cup of tea and a cup of whiskey. You just gonna be drunk. But I digress from that. From the baseball aspect, I do want to touch on being a Dallas fan. It sucks being a Dallas fan currently because we suck. We have a great offense for some games. We have a really bad defense for a lot of games. And we lost to Jacoby Brisket and the Cardinals yesterday. I didn't watch the game because um, I was playing flag football myself, and I kind of forgot about it. And it's good that I forgot about it because we lost, and um, I just would have been upset. Yeah. So Dallas needs to do better. I know we understand we're in the first year of a new head coach. Hopefully he doesn't lose his job. I don't call for the losing of jobs of people that just started. I'll get into that in a second. Um, But yeah, hopefully next year we'll do something better. Jerry Jones, if you hear this, please sell the team. Or just retire and let somebody else take over operations, because yeah, we're not doing so hot. We haven't won in years, and we can't keep holding on to what our 4 or 5 Super Bowls. We can't keep holding on to that. It was in the past. Your fans, your newer fans wasn't alive. They're just they're used to uh mid seasons and early playoff exits, like me. Yeah. So as a Dallas fan, we suck. As a Shador Sanders fan, please fire Coach Stefanski. And I know I just said I don't call for the firing of coaches. I don't call for the firing of people in general. But this man, he's had six seasons, I believe, and only 2 of them were good. And I think those 2 he got Coach of the Year because I guess if you suck really bad one season and then you're pretty good the next season, you're like, dang, he changed the culture of the team, of the organization. He deserves to be Coach of the Year. Okay, that makes sense. But if you do it twice for the team that you've already been on, does that just mean that you just suck as a coach? Because if you bring them back from a horrible season to have a good season, and then you have a horrible season, I don't know if it was back to back horrible. I think it was back to back horrible seasons, and then you have a really good season, and then you get Coach of the Year for that really good season. You just changed what in those 2 years? And I think the second season that he got Coach of the Year was because Joe Flacco came in there and was like, you know what, I want to be good again. I think he got comeback player of the year that year because he had a good season. And then you brought Flacco back in, and then he had subpar games, and he was like, okay, well, let's put this other dude in who's also having identical games that Joe has. You trade Joe, and now he's gone off in Cincy playing like a resurrected Raven. Yeah, so y'all just making some dumb poor decisions out there in Cleveland. Maybe Cleveland and Dallas, in New York, the Jets. Y'all just need to have a meeting and talk about why we suck so bad. And maybe it's management. I think it's always management. We need that lady from the Colts. We need her to come over and help us out. Because the Colts are doing good. Coach doing real good. Jonathan Taylor is just having his way with teams. And thank you for carrying my fantasy team. Uh, but yeah, but just to carry on or continue with the firing of Stefanski, um, you're below 500, and normally below 500 coaches, depending on how long of a span those below 500 is, gets the boot. And I know below 500 is iffy to gauge because you could have a 1-10 season and then have a 9-1 season and you are 500. I think I did that math right. So you're or a 1-9 season and then a 9-1 season, then you have a 500 record. So you obviously did better, so you're at 500. You just got to continue having more winning seasons than you do losing for you to remain above 500. And this coach does not have more winning seasons than he does losing, that I checked. Well, if you're below 500, then obviously you suck. But I'm not a Browns fan. I'm just a Shador supporter. Um, and my algorithm just switched to a bunch of Brown stuff because I want to see Shador succeed, because I think he will, and I think he got blackball, not blackball because he's in the league. He got a bad deal. Uh, a lot of stuff been thrown at him. A lot of slander on the name. Um, I don't know him as a person, but what I've seen, I just think a lot of it was a bunch of collusion, and I'm not in the space to substantiate any of these opinions, thoughts, or takes. So don't hold me to it. But that's just what I think, and everybody has an opinion, uh, and that's mine. So if you want to do better as a team, as an organization, I suggest you switch up ownership, switch up management, switch up your head coach. And if you want to keep the head coach, just put that boy Shador in there, because people who do have experience, people that play in the league, are highlighting the same sentiment. Uh, but I did want to touch on, because I wrote it down. I did want to touch on the fact that people have been fired for uh better. So Stefanski is a subpar coach to me. People say he's good. I don't care. He's a subpar coach to me, my opinion. Doug Peterson was fired as the Eagles head coach after winning a Super Bowl. Stefanski ain't won a Super Bowl. They gave Peterson, I think, 4 seasons, and he had Super Bowl and then 3 mid seasons. And then he got fired before the end of that 4th season. But he was I mean, the production was there at first. That's that Super Bowl year, and then it fell off. So obviously, like, dang, you fell off. We should make a change. So Eagles ownership, leadership, management, they was like, dang, he was really good at this one point, but now he's not. We should move on. Y'all should do the same in Cleveland. Y'all should do the same in Dallas, but instead of the coach, because I don't think he's proven himself yet, or he deserves to be fired yet. Do it with the owner. My fantasy team name is Trade Jerry, because if we could trade owners and managers, he should be the first to go, and we probably wouldn't get that much value from him because he's been horrible. How do you get rid of Micah and then try to get a Max Crosby or a Myles Garrett? You already had it. You just didn't pay them. I wish all the power to Mike. I hope you do great things in life. I hope you continue to be great. Maybe you'll come back as a Cowboy in the later years of your career. I saw a Micah Parsons jersey at Marshalls or Ross, and I was tempted to get it, but I was like, no, he's not even a Cowboy no more. But I could get it and then just stow it away and just hope and pray that you come back. But still at a productive level. We don't want like the old decrepit Micah. Um, but like I said, start Shador, fire Stefanski, or just start Shador and figure out a better situation. I did want to stay in the Sanders era because the Colorado Buffaloes aren't doing the greatest. And I don't know if it's coaching on either the head coach, Coach Prime's side. The defense can't stop a runny nose, seems like. And y'all quarterback isn't producing the way that he did at Liberty. And I don't know if it's the coaching, and I don't know if it's the coaching, the play calling, or just like his talents aren't suited for that team. Maybe it's time. I know y'all benched him before, but maybe it's time to start the freshman. From what I saw on the stat sheet, because I didn't watch the game for some reason, y'all play at like midnight every time y'all play. Um, Apparently the freshman did pretty well, so maybe it's time to give him the reins. But even though Colorado isn't doing so hot as excuse me, it's their first season without Shador, without Travis Hunter, um, Jimmy Horn, Wester, bunch of defensive names. I know a lot of their names in my head, but they're just not coming out in words. But y'all lost a lot of people. Um, so that does impact your team. And I feel like if he wasn't at Colorado, if he was at like Florida State or uh one of just the bigger sports name schools, um, that he would be given a little bit more grace in the seasons, or his record would be better because talent wants to go to a talent known school. That's why Bama's always been good. That's why Ohio State's always been good. Michigan have always been good. Because big names, you're like, dang, like even as a kid, you're like, dang, I want to grow Ohio State when I get older, or I want to be part of Bama's tradition when I get older. So I never heard somebody be like, yeah, I want to go to Colorado. When I like Colorado's a beautiful state, but hey, it's not sexy. Um, so y'all can call for his job if y'all want, but that just means once he leave, y'all gonna go back into irrelevancy unless y'all find like a crazy good coach that, makes y'all undefeated seasons and brings y'all to natties. But if y'all just having mid seasons or winning some bowl games, and not even like big bowl games like Pop Tart Bowl or so many dang bowls, Totito bowls, whichever bowl games is not bringing you to that to the bracket to get you to the national championship, y'all just gonna, you know, die into irrelevancy. Um, but yeah. So call for a job if you want. He'll probably just find a job at a better school, and uh, yeah, do better and make that make that school more famous than Colorado. But hey, do what you gotta do. But I just think y'all need to make the right business decisions, cause it'll get better. I believe in them. Um, I didn't write it down, but since I did bring up y'all calling for Coach Prime's job and what he's doing at Colorado, I'm gonna have to cut out this second because I'm gonna have to look it up. Let's see what the old New England coach is doing in at UNC. What's Belichick's I'm gonna put in UNC. UNC Tar Heels football standings. All right, so y'all calling for Dion's job, right? In the Tar Heels, with arguably one of the greatest coaches to walk the earth, is the 1-3 in his conference, and 3-5 overall. Why ain't I been hearing about all that? I mean, understandably, it's his first season, so you got to build. But that ain't a good record. That's below mid. So so y'all want to talk about Prime? I'll keep that same energy next year. Nah, cause y'all was on his ass the first year, so keep that same energy this year and keep that same energy next year with Coach Belichick and his 50-year younger uh girlfriend. That's weird. But hey, that's what happens when you get money. Cause you don't see broke people like that. And if you do, point them out so I can be like, hey, what's going on with your life? But I digress. So yeah. Uh yeah, y'all call for Prime, I want y'all call for Belichick and all those other bum coaches. Uh, uh they're not bums, but you know what I mean. Coaches that's doing bad jobs currently. Okay, and I think two more subjects on Colorado-esque issues. I spoke on Shador, and I don't know if it's my algorithm because I'm keeping track, wanting to see him succeed, waiting for his start to come in. Cam Ward, number 1 overall pick, Tennessee Titans. Is it Chaw or is it him? Because Will Levis wasn't it. It don't seem like Cam Ward's it. Y'all fired y'all coach. I had Cam as one of my fantasy QBs, and he wasn't. I traded him away for a defensive back because he was not producing at all. Uh, so I don't know if it's just him needing to adjust fully to the pace or the game, or y'all need to change y'all offensive coordination to fit his style, because I feel most of the time it's not the quarterback, it's the coaching, because you see what happened with Baker. um you see what happened with a lot of quarterbacks for the most part. If they have uh if they don't succeed that well in one organization and then succeed in the next, that just means that previous organization wasn't putting their quarterback in a position to be where he is now, or what he could have been. Um, Joe Flacco. Maybe it's just the Browns. Um, but yeah, Titans so far, y'all are not doing that great. Y'all probably should have just kept Mariota, because everybody else hasn't been the answer. Not saying he was the answer, but yeah, Cam Ward as number 1 pick. Uh, I feel like I don't hear much about him. In the news, in sports news, and podcasts. Um, I feel like if you're the number 1 pick, then you should be producing at a higher clip. And yeah, I feel like if I feel like y'all need to put that boy in the news. Talk about him like y'all talk about Shador, like y'all talk about Prime, like y'all should be talking about Belichick. But maybe it's just my algorithm. I know I don't see everything that y'all see. I know if I was a Panthers fan, I would be seeing more Panthers things. But that's just me. That's my take. And lastly, to end off my sports segment, because I feel like it went a little long. Um, I hope Travis Hunter gets better because he was finally hitting his stride. I think he's going to be a uh, great player in the league, especially if he's utilized to his potential, uh, utilized to his skill set. Like I said, with the quarterbacks, it's not really the player, it's the coaching. If y'all not using the player to the best of their ability, then why is he there? I feel like that goes in that plays in a lot of sports, because they're not bums when they get to where they are. So you just gotta find a way to use the skill set they had to get to where they are. And I understand professionals is a different beast, but just saying they got there somehow. So maybe is it the stage too big and they just not producing, or they just not who you thought they were? You just got lucky all the way up until there, or they were just the best of people their age and younger, and then when they got to the people that were older and faster and been doing it for a minute, then I mean, I guess it'd be like that. But I think coaching just needs to be better, because if you put the right people in the right situation, then they will succeed. But that's my sports segment. Hope y'all liked it. Hope y'all enjoy it.